So I just wanted to share with you some of the features of this incredible learning platform, which I used with my own daughter. She's now 13, but I used it when she was year six and year five, and preparing for the transition to secondary school. And she was also doing a few selective exams. So this resource is great for children from years 3 to 6. So that's ages 7 to 11. And also in terms of preparation for secondary school. So Atom Learning, I used to be a primary school teacher myself. It's honestly the best resource that I've come across. I think it's way better than using all these really dull workbooks like Bond and Schofield and Sims and CGP and all these books that I used to use, because it's so much more engaging for kids. So I'm not going to spend too long, but just to share some of the features. So as a parent, you can set work for your child. So it's got practice, and it's got, let me just see, custom practice. It's got kind of 5 subjects: English, maths, science, verbal and non-verbal reasoning. And the verbal and non-verbal reasoning is required for selective secondary schools and grammar school tests. So basically, just to show in a nutshell, you choose the year group your child is in. If they're struggling, even if they're in year 4, you might choose year 3 work. Or if they're very bright and able, you might choose year 6 work when they're in year 5, however you want to do it. But you basically, it's linked to the Key Stage 2 national curriculum. A lot of independent schools use this as well. So say you go on to vocabulary for year 3, you choose the particular topics in terms of the meaning of words you want your child to learn. And you can also set how many questions on this topic, the time limit that they might need, and when it's due by. So your child literally just goes onto the portal and they can see what they need to get on with, which is brilliant for working parents, or over the summer holidays if you don't want your kids to get too rusty. So you can literally choose any subject, English, maths or science. We'll go to year 5 here, look at number, and then if you go into the detail of fractions, you can see the types of work in fractions that you can choose for them, and set the work. Now at school, they should be providing you with details of what they're covering each term or even each week. So it's also a brilliant way to reinforce whatever they're doing in the classroom. So that's kind of, you can have a little test run of this yourself and play around. So you can set work relating to specific topics, or if your child is preparing for some kind of a selective exam, you can actually set them tests specifically relating to the type of exam they're doing. So it could be a grammar school test, it could be a CAT test. So when my eldest went to a state secondary school, but before going, they had some cognitive ability tests to put them into different sets for English and maths. So you can literally be that prescriptive around the type of test you want them to do. So if you stick grammar school entry, you can even do it by school. And you set the test, and then all the questions, like set a mock test, will be in the style of that particular school. Now, the other incredible thing about this is when a child does any test or work that you set, they get immediate feedback. So they do the test, and if I just go to the dashboard for my child, this is old because she hasn't done it for a while. You can get proper data on where they went wrong, what they got right, what their strengths and difficulties are, which corrections they need to do, the time they spent on something. And if you have a look at a particular test, just want to show you, I've got to remember how to do this myself. What I love about it is, wait, where is it? Set. Let me just see. Set a practice. Let's go into plurals. Okay, so if I set practice and start doing it, go back to dashboard. So I think I have to log in as my child so I can show you this bit. So I'm the child going into Atom. I've got all the work that I need to be doing. And if I start a test, say on rotating 3D shapes, you do the test. Now, say you've got this question and you're not sure. First of all, if you do know what you think the answer is, you just answer it and it will tell you immediately whether you're right or wrong. If you need a little hint, you just press hint. And then this is my favorite thing about it. You go, if you're really stuck, you go to watch video where you have an actual teacher talking you through how to answer the question.
In this video, we're going to look at rotating 3D shapes questions and how to approach them.
Right, so instead of you having to
they're like the shape is cartwheeling away.
You get the idea. Instead of you having to battle with your kids about marking it and checking it and explaining it, for every single question that appears on this learning platform, there is a teacher explaining how to get the answer, either by video or if they prefer to read, you can read a little help sheet to help you. And it also really helps parents, because the truth is, you know, with maths, maybe the way you learn is not the way that they're learning, and kids can get really confused and frustrated. So basically, I thought it'd be really helpful to know about this before the summer holidays, to boost your child's confidence, to prepare for 11 plus, to make sure that they don't get too rusty over the summer. And I'm going to share a link to a discount code for it as well. You can play around. I think you can do like a free trial for a period of time, test it out on your child. But I honestly, of all the different resources I've used, I really, really highly recommend this one. So wishing you and your kids an enjoyable summer. And this should provide perfect prep for September.